This International Holocaust Remembrance Day, we remember the 6 million Jewish lives lost under the Nazis and the Americans who risked their lives to fight Nazism.
Tonight, we are learning more about a particular group of soldiers who made a massive difference in the war effort, and that group has a personal connection to one of our senators.
Juliet Smith spoke with Senator Ron Wyden. Juliet, you gathered more information about this group.
Yeah, Brandon, the group is called the Ritchie Boys, and they're named after a top military intelligence camp in Maryland. Senator Ron Wyden's father was one of them.
The Ritchie Boys, to me, are the best of what America is all about.
This is Peter Wyden. At 14, he became one of thousands of German Jews who fled their home to escape Nazi persecution. Much of his family was murdered by the Nazis. Wyden came to the U.S. and enlisted in the Army at the beginning of the war. He was one of 2,800 Jewish refugees selected to become a Ritchie Boy. Their name comes from the place they trained, Camp Ritchie, a top-secret military intelligence center in Maryland.
So very quickly, the U.S. Army realized, hey, the people that grew up in these European countries, they know the subtleties, they know the language, they know a lot about these people that are now our enemy. So they recruited Ritchie Boys almost specifically based on their knowledge of European languages.
These men were responsible for over 60% of combat intelligence from the Western Front during the war.
So the group that Peter Wyden was involved in is basically they would create propaganda and psychological warfare documents that if it got into the hands of the enemy, they would be able to read it and go, well, maybe I should, consider giving up.
Peter's son, Ron, is now a U.S. Senator representing Oregon. Senator Wyden says his father's bravery has influenced his political career.
They were so proud of the fact that they could flee the Nazis and come to America. They were both so red, white, and blue devoted, and we just took great pride in their service. It is a quintessential American story about how if someone is allowed to come here, fleeing autocratic dictatorial practices, look at what they could do to make the country, our country, their new country, safer and stronger.
In 2021, the Senate unanimously passed a resolution recognizing the bravery and contributions of these men. In Eugene, I'm Juliet Smith.
In addition to the Senate resolution Ron Wyden helped to pass, Groves tells me that the Ritchie Boys have also been nominated for a Congressional Gold Medal.
Other news, dignitary